my darlings. Welcome to Quits Gaming. I hope you can hear me okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes, no, maybe. I honestly wish I was floating in an isolation chamber. I think that would be really enjoyable. So, today we are going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club, which is something I've wanted to do for a while, but never really had time to do. I am going to be doing it in ASMR, since that is something that you guys really wanted from me, and it's something I haven't done in a very long time. I have purposefully avoided any spoilers for this game. You guys are already making this difficult. Just want you to know that. So with that being said, I'm going to ask that nobody post spoilers for this, because we are going to try to get through it. You might also notice that there are low sounds. How about that? Can you hear me now? How's it going, X-Finisher? You most likely will want headphones, and you're going to notice, if you are wearing headphones, that you have a few ambient noises that are going to be evident in the video. I've turned the audio for the game and the sound effects down very low, and I have an ASMR sound effect going where you are hearing two separate crackling I believe you are the only Mob Crush viewer, X-Finisher. But there are some crunching noises you're going to be hearing in your ears, and I hope that isn't too annoying for you. I hope it's enjoyable. If you need it louder, then let me know. I have no problem turning it up. I believe you are the only Twitch viewer. Blah 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 blah. How are all my darlings doing? Now, as much as I want to do voice acting for this, that's very gross, Slug. As much as I want to pretend, or I want to do voice acting for this, I'm actually just going to be reading all of it very low. Also, hello, other Twitch viewer. In which case, I apologize if you guys are looking for an energetic version of this. Well, that means a lot to me, X-Finisher. Thank you for following me. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. Streamlab is free to use, yes. Also, you might have to buy Bowser. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would overstep more and more, oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh, idle in front of the crosswalk, and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. I see the avatars. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Silvermord. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. You are a hamster. But you did wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Silvermord, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Bowser is pretty large. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Sounds a lot like me. If you feel the need to sleep, that means the ASMR is working. In fact, I probably don't need my extra pop filter for this. That way I can get nice and close to you guys. How was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right, all right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Yours does appear to be invisible. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah. I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. If you're buying an avatar, you put buy and then the avatar you want. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Thank you for the sponsor. Although that was probably more than we needed to know. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Ugh, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. Section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, a new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? I'm a boy. I wasn't aware I was a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Silvermord, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. I'm sorry. Natsuki. Apparently I am a boy, at least in this situation. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri is adorable. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Silvermort. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Silvermort. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. I'm sorry, got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh. Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I'm a little concerned why you're gagging, Slug. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. Oh, so cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. For the record, that's not being good at baking, that's being good at cake decoration. It's two totally different things. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Well, Slug, I hope you feel better. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you, or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you know. You, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. Thank you, Kitty. That's very nice. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Oh, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. Slug, I don't feel that this is the time to be having that conversation. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Um, I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. That's a good one, Camzap. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As, as president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Were you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. You'll have to forgive me. My lips are a little dry. It's been very cold lately. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Also, thank you, Sluck, for the donation and the information. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. How's it going, Turtle Candy? I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Silvermord, what kinds of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Thank you again, Slug, for the step-by-step explanation of what you're doing. How's it going, Rebecca? Welcome to the stream. She seemed so reserved and timid since that moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I give people moderator roles when they've been here for quite a while, so if you stay around, then you'll earn a moderator role, but I don't just promote people to moderators that I don't know. But you're welcome to stay. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to in the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. That's totally fine, Clary Mary. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Thank you for the subscription, by the way. Camzab, play nice. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. How's it going, Xavier? Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud, and give that back. Fine, fine. Well, this is my first time playing Doki Doki, so no spoilers, please. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. How's it going, Alex? Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Silvermord? How's it going, Jaden? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought... Silvermord, you're all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. Start hating Monica right now? Okay, just no spoilers. Also, thank you again, Slug, for your turn-by-turn updates on your endeavors. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Silvermord, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, The girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Yes. How's it going, Josiah's Puss? Yes, as Quiet said, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy these streams. If I have enough people enjoying ASMR streams after this week, then I will continue with them. Hey, Silvermord, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. How's it going, Classic Sonic Gamer? With that, the two of us depart the club room and we make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Why just one of them? Alright. Just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Well, in all fairness, I don't think anime is as into blondes as America is. They prefer blue and pink hair. Pick the words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Well, I have a feeling that anything cute is going to be Natsuki. Anything simple will probably be Sayuki, and anything deep or mellow will probably be Yuri. So, let's see. And for the record, I believe some of the characters can indeed fart. Anyone who knows how much of an Undertale fan I am knows that I have to decide that. How's it going, Edward? It's great to see you. Thank you again, Slug. Oh, thank you, Bed. And, for the record, it does seem like my best match is indeed Yuri. Hi again, Silvermort. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Silvermort. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. I will agree, Slug is indeed very generous. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. How is it going? I unfortunately can't read your username because those are mostly foreign to me, but either way, welcome. Don't worry, guys. Silvermort always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. That's so. You are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Silvermort can become good friends too. I'm afraid there isn't a Zelda, but there is a Link. Sayori? Hmm? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Hmm? Not really. Don't be shy. Where did all of the avatars go? It's nothing really. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? Let's see if I can fix this. There we go. I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about this. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss if you want it. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Thank you. Every subscription means a lot to me. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now both currency and chips should work. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, and Basil is sliding up against the microphone. I'm really Thank you again, Slug. You are giving me way too much money. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably would have just noticed that in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Because obviously she doesn't want to discuss it with me. Just curious, but how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Sailor Moon isn't here yet, unfortunately. Sailor Jupiter's the only one we have yet. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Silva? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their own one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Just please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. Just means you're passionate about reading. And the least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just that not something I'm very used to. That is, reading in the company of someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Soon, I understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Yuri is being adorable. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. Guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. How's it going, Sayori? It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but this main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but Silva, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry. I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more minute and it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. Guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read it a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. Also, congratulations, Quiet. I saw that, where you, caught the star. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright. So, it is past 7 o'clock. My time. So we are going to save here and pick it up tomorrow. I will be continuing my oh, I see. So whoever catches the stars end up having smoking. That's good to know. With that being said, I hope all of you have a great night. I will see you tomorrow for more ASMR, Doki Doki Literature Club. I appreciate everyone who has watched and subscribed or liked the video. You all make me very happy. I just want you to know that. I'll continue this tomorrow. I love you all, and have a great night, darlings. Hey guys, thank you for watching me. If you like what you see, why not click the like or subscribe button located below. It's because of amazing viewers like you that I am able to continue doing this and do the things I love and the things that keep you entertained, hopefully. If you have time, why not check out our website at www.quitsgaming.com and join our Discord, where we have a small group of people who do voice acting, play games together, do live streams together, as well as you can get your live stream added to it. So I will see you on there.